Well, it's Friday, which means it's time for Cin-Emma Extra, where our resident movie buff and critic of the people,
yes,
Emma Jerome, gets to talk about whatever she wants for the next 5 minutes.
I'm not a critic's critic, I'm a people's critic.
That's right.
I care more about Rotten Tomatoes than the New York Times. And the best part about Cin-Emma Extra is that it's a segment of my own creation and design, which means I do get to talk about whatever I want. And that means this morning, AM Extra is going to Hollywood.
Oh.
So if we left Studio A and hit the silver screen, this is who I have in mind to play each one of us perfectly. So let's start with the men. We're starting with Travis. I think the perfect Travis, and I think he would appreciate this choice, would be Daniel Radcliffe. We've got nerdy, beardy, kind of funny, and when he's on the screen, you know, he's lovable. We all fell in love with Daniel Radcliffe in Hogwarts as the Gryffindor. I think that is someone who could fully embody our Travis type here.
Travis is a Gryffindor too.
Yeah.
He so bleeds Gryffindor blood. So.
But he very much is a Gryffindor. And honestly, for anyone who maybe hasn't followed Daniel Radcliffe's career beyond Harry Potter, he has gone and done some other roles, and Harry Potter has kind of dissolved. Like, I think he actually would be able to kind of, you know,
that's what I was saying.
News anchor.
I was thinking that too. Daniel Radcliffe has played like a punk millionaire or like heartthrob. He's played everything. I think
Swiss Army knife?
A Swiss Army knife, indeed. I mean, well, the whole point of actors is they're acting. Hopefully they can play more than one person.
But there are some actors where it's like, here's this guy in this movie.
Replayed over and over.
I think this is a good choice.
I think Daniel Radcliffe.
And he's got a good beard, too.
That's why I said
like Travis.
Nerdy and beardy. All right, well, James Shippey, the newest member of our team, is so Hollywood. He is from Southern California. He has been in different shows and movie type things.
He's done a little acting and voice work and stuff, so he could play himself, but that wouldn't be any fun.
Actor, director, and our favorite baritone. He is the closest thing we have to a movie star in our ranks, so I chose someone equally as Hollywood. John David Washington, son of maybe the best actor of all time, Denzel Washington. He was born for the screen, acting in his first movie when he was 8 years old. John David Washington, my favorite movie he's ever been in was Amsterdam with Christian Bale and Margot Robbie. He has a gentleness to him, a kindness to him that I feel like James also has. James is the only father, you know, on our morning team here.
Right.
So that,
if you don't count Travis's cats, or Core's kids, but you know. You forgot. It's okay. Understandable that you would forget Core Harlan in the conversation.
No, I didn't forget Core. I was just, all I see is what's right in front of me.
That's fair.
And the weekend. So yes, Core, I have not forgotten about you. I did remember Core, but I think John David Washington would play the perfect James.
Yeah,
I think it's.
I dig it.
Can he have the same voice and gravitas as James?
Well, he was, you know, born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Hopefully he can like work an accent together.
We're getting a thumbs up. We're getting a thumbs up.
You like that choice, James?
He likes your pick.
Okay, and I have Core.
Okay.
Core is next. I have Tim Allen
You just
playing
forgot
Core.
that Core had kids.
I just forgot that Core had kids. I have Tim Allen playing Core. Tim Allen specifically from the Santa Claus 2. When they put Santa Claus Tim Allen as a toy in the Make Him Big machine, and then that's who he is. When I first met Core, I said, this man is small toy-shaped Tim Allen as Santa Claus put into the big machine and made big. That is Core. We don't have that specific picture, but if you've seen the Santa Claus, which by the way is my favorite Christmas movie franchise.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, that'll be a future Cin-Emma Extra conversation for sure.
Christmas movies.
That is a perfect choice, though.
That is very good,
So lovable. Especially in the later
funny
movies in the series.
He's got the same kind of likable gruffness as Core Harlan. They're both funny guys.
Core, in the early days of his broadcasting career, was serious newsman. Core, similar to Tim Allen,
hard to believe, I
that,
know, but it's true.
That toy company, serious businessman, Santa Claus, and then he becomes Santa Claus.
Really good pick.
I know. Like it. I
now,
like it. All right, pressure's on. What about the two gals sitting on either side of you?
I'm sweating. Not really. So starting with Emily here, I chose Julia Garner for you. And I chose her for two reasons.
Okay.
First, curly girl.
Sorry,
you know?
I ruined the split screen today.
Okay, so
I got my hair trimmed yesterday and I just kept the salon blowout for a day. Otherwise, it probably would be curly.
Full disclosure, I chose kind of for looks, kind of for, you know, what they give to the screen. So that is number one reason. And number two is her range. Emily Burris is one of the most dynamic, complex, and dare I say, cool people I know, but don't tell her I said that. Julia Garner is that girl. So if you aren't familiar with her work, she was Ruth in Ozark.
That's where I first saw her.
Disgraced fake heiress Anna Delvey and Inventing Anna, and that strangely Eastern European person in that Nespresso commercial, despite not being Eastern European, I believe.
She range. You were so right about that. That is so Emily.
Oh, I actually don't know what her real voice sounds like because she has done voices so well for every character. It's like such a different voice.
She has great range, and I think you do too.
I like it. I feel like she's more intimidating than I could ever hope to be, though. So maybe she would make me seem a little more. Okay, beg to differ.
All right. Well, now to Kelly, maybe the least known actor that I'm bringing up, but 100% Kelly. This is Maggie Q, and you might know her from the Divergent movies. She was in Nikita, and she was in one of the Die Hard movies, Live Free or Die Hard.
That's a compliment there. I would so be in a Die Hard movie.
That's exactly why I chose her. I was like thinking about like action stars, and she is that action lady. She does nearly 100% of her own stunts. When she was in high school, she was on the cross country team, the track and field team, the swim team. She won an athletics scholarship. If Kelly were to be like, if you were an actress, you would do your own stunts. If she were you, she would do her own weather, I'm sure. I think Maggie Q, Kelly Bayern, 100%. And then, I mean, the hardest person to think of was like, who would I be? Because I've heard you look like this person or this person, but I have heard from many people who watch, I think it's the show Community or Parks and Rec, it's Parks and Rec actually, that I emulate Aubrey Plaza's character, and this is more me reaching. Maybe it's me reaching because I would love if Aubrey Plaza played me, but I kind of have the same sort of dry, straight delivery humor. I think Aubrey Plaza's awesome.
And some sass too.
Some sass. She's mostly funny, kind of creepy.
I feel like it'd be a fun role for Aubrey Plaza because she would have to stretch her range a little bit, I think, to be a little bit peppier, like a little bit more.
Right.
She doesn't always have the morning anchor energy that you can bring, so it's like she's got to get the positivity up a little bit.
Yeah, me as a brunette, Aubrey Plaza as a brunette.
But that deadpan smart humor, right on the money there.
Right here. Good picks. Good picks, Emma.
So yeah. When we go Hollywood, that's who I have as our top build list. We just need the budget to front it.
Well, good luck on that part. I could see a future career as a casting director for you. Those are some good choices.
I'm comfy
Any action movies? Call me up.
There you go.